guys, it's me, Ryan from Studios, and I am back with another video with...
TheMusicManReviewer.
And we are actually here in person. So we both made Cal Kestis and BD-1 from the new Jedi Fallen Order game that's coming out in 2 weeks. And we are going to compare both of our minifigures and BD-1s and see who's better. So this is my BD-1. And he's a bit taller than I think I would want, like just taller. But he does use the droid legs here, and they are painted in silver and red, just the silver in the inside and a little bit on the outside to kind of represent the joint area. He also uses the binocular piece as kind of his eyes, I guess, and then he has the kind of Star Wars binocular piece as kind of like a thing to cover the binocular piece, 2 binocular pieces. And then we do have the Clone Wars antenna pieces, or the antenna pieces to be used as his little antennas, and I think it looks pretty good. And on the back here there are some studs, and then there's the flat 1x1 stud, and I painted most of it white as best I could. And then the eyes, the left one is painted, no, the right one, this is the right, this is the left, think about it. And yeah, that is my BD-1.
So here's my BD-1. It's more wide than Ryan's. The head shape is more accurate per se because it's wider.
Yeah.
And I painted the eyes, the one side black and then a chrome silver lining, and then the other side black and then a red silver lining there. So what I did, I used these wrench pieces for the legs. I used T-slope and studs for the feet. I used a T-piece base. I don't know if you can see that in the center there holding up the head. I used a red stud for the back and a clip piece. I used regular gray Lego hands for the antennas. And yeah, that's my BD-1.
So this round we're comparing the trench coats. Now, first of all, my trench coat is a bit simpler. I got electrical tape and I put the Clone Wars pauldron piece over that to kind of keep it down and also to add a bit more depth to it. I also cut the trench piece. I also cut a trench coat piece to the accurate shape, and then on the Clone Wars piece, I painted a coat of yellow, and then I painted orange, and then I painted yellow again. Also, there's like the kind of little straps on the bowls. I just got a splotch of silver paint, and then I put a silver or a brown line through that to represent the strap, and then the strap does continue onto the back. Also on the pauldron piece, I do have the kind of silver marking, and that's kind of how the trench coat is on mine. I also made my own navy blue paint because I did not have one. I just mixed some black with some blue, and that's kind of how I did mine.
Mine consisted of electrical tape. It is made of electrical tape, as you can see, and I painted a blue coat. I painted blue on all sides of it, so anywhere you look, that it will be blue. I used an orange coat for the detailing that he has on his shoulders, and I put a white line that goes across the top. I used a Lego hood piece, Wild Styles hood piece, painted it in blue, and I used the straps out of medical tape, and I painted them brown, and I added silver detailing for the bullets, and I added his little silver buckle thing with that red slash going across. And I did the same, and I have more detailing on the back of mine. So let me real quick show you what that looks like. So I have detailing on the back with this taken off, and yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Okay, so this round we're going to judge the head and the hair. Now, my hair is a bit straightforward. We did use the same hairpiece, however, my hair is a lot lighter, and I thought it kind of matched the actor's look. What's his name again? You probably know.
Cameron Monaghan.
Yes, I was thinking something Monaghan. And then I did use I really don't know where this face print comes from, but it has like orange eyebrows and kind of like a smirk, and then on the other side of it is a kind of a angrier face, and I did not include the white strap around his neck at all because I didn't really include that. But I think it looks really nice. I used a tan based hairpiece, and then I just painted over that with the orange. I did a few coats of the orange, and I think it looks like a dirtier kind of orange, which makes sense because he's on the run and stuff from the Empire.
So I used the same hairpiece. I painted it in a bit darker orange because his hair is orange, but it's not like that light, but it's also more dirty, so it is lighter, but it's just dirty because of the game. I used like an average soldier hairpiece from one of Rebel Soldier and from I think the Rogue One sets. Anyway, so I used white. I did the right strap signified by white paint. I did have it as a 3D detailing, but it kept falling off. I painted the eyebrows orange as well. This is my own custom painted color, by the way. So yeah, there's our heads.
So my lightsaber is pretty straightforward. I painted the bottom of the lightsaber hilt black because in the game it is accurate. Also at the top half of the lightsaber blade is just the normal silver color. Then for the lightsaber blade, it's just the generic blue blade that can be easily removed from the rest of the lightsaber. And then for the kind of forks on the side of it, I got a handle piece that is used on the bucket, and then I painted those silver and super glued those onto the side of the lightsaber, and then I kind of painted a little bit of the side of the lightsaber as well, and that is what my Cal Kestis lightsaber looks like.
My Cal Kestis lightsaber is a dark gray hilt, and it consists of a blue blade, a standard blue blade, even though Ryan's looks lighter for some reason. Anyway, I used cheese slope pieces, cut the bottoms off, and glued it on, and there you go. Now it kind of looks more curvature, which I kind of like that, but Ryan's is actually really, really good. So yeah.
It is the legs, just like Tyler said. Now I used a normal black leg piece, and I painted the bottom. I painted the kind of waist part of it a bit of a bluish. It's kind of not uniform at all because if you think about it, it's just like the t-shirt, and the t-shirt's never 100% straight. On the back of it is a yellow canister that is not 3D like Tyler's, but I do have the brown kind of I do have the brown kind of knee pads that go all the way around the legs, and I think that looks really good. It even goes in between the legs as well. And then on the kind of like the toe part, I have some silver detailing, which is kind of dirty because it kind of got scratched up. Also, it looks a lot more kind of better.
So, I kind of clumped the waist a little bit, added some extra black paint to make it look not perfect, because it is a different color from the rest of the leg, so I tried to see that. You might not be able to see that on camera. Anyway, I added silver paint, added some, like, scratches, because his pants are so hard to replicate. You would have to use a lot of 3D elements, which I did on the other part of the figure, but then I wouldn't be able to do things such as put on the trench coat and do a lot of other things with that, and it would become less durable, and it wouldn't look... It doesn't look right when you do it because it looks too thick. Anyway, I have a 3D canister on there that is painted up in orange using a white thing that goes through the middle. It was consisted of a Lego bar piece that I just kind of cut in half and made into, not in half because then it would be way too big, but into like a quarter, and there you go.
Also, I forgot to mention on my legs that there is the little kind of, it's not really a control paddle, but there's like this little silver kind of square, and there's like a little red dot on that. I also have that on there as well because that's what I saw on the reference material.
So anyway, my torso has many 3D elements. The entire front and the back, that I don't know what you would call that, but that little vest thing that goes across the front, yeah, that's electrical tape, and his strap is made of medical tape once again, because I have to keep that consistent, painted in brown. And for the vest thing that he has, I made it multicolored in brown, so it looked grainy, and it looked like there was multiple different colors on there from splotches of dirt. And I made the back a little bit lighter because that's accurate to the game. So for the arms, I painted white over top of the thing because he has that little white shirt thing that pops through, and then you could see that on the front of the torso as well, right, where that little hexagonal piece comes in. So for the arms, I have a brown strap that goes across the wrist, and Yeah, so you can see that as well. I have his little gauntlet thingy here, also painted multicolor, and I have a belt that goes across, and I have some metal detailing. So yeah, that's about it.
So my figure is a bit more simple because I wasn't really doing much with the torso at all, but I do have the white belt that goes around. It's not 100% perfect. I also do use the same dark blue that was used on the trench coat, and then I did use electrical tape on the top of the torso where his kind of, I guess, tan jacket area was, and then I did use some tape for only the front of the torso on the white belt. I do have two different types of tan. I use my normal tan that I use sometimes, and then I mixed it with some brown, and I made a darker tan, and I do have the brown straps that unfortunately don't go all the way through because I was lazy and didn't put them on there. Now the arms are pretty straightforward. I have the dark blue arms, and then I do have his gauntlet, which I painted a normal brown handpiece, and I also painted the brown details on the side of the gauntlet on each side of his hand. I also painted this silver detailing on the top of the gauntlet, and that's pretty straightforward. It's nice metallic gold. And then on the other arm, I had a just normal flesh toned arm. And then I had the dark blue on it, and then the strap, the brown strap, I put on the end of the arm, and then I did it like right where the hand, like the kind of the tube where the hand is. If you take off your hand off the hand, I put it there, and then it's just normal flesh toned hand. So that is the torsos, and now let's just go right onto the chart.
Oh, okay. I get it now. So, anyway, accuracy-wise, they're both really good. Mine has some smaller details that Ryan's is lacking, but Ryan's also has some other smaller details that mine is lacking. So, overall, I think you're just going to have to wait to see the chart to see which one's better.
I really think that, though, that if Lego were to do Cal Kestis, mine would probably be the closest to what they would do, because
100%.
Lego does a lot of detail. Like, think of the Homecoming Spider-Man figure.
Yeah.
That has so much detail, and actually it's 3D detailing sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
It has it's on the
pad
like
print.
the
Pad printed.
yeah, because there's like kind of the bumps for like the webs,
100%.
and mine is kind of like that at some points. And so, but Tyler's does win. I feel like it's gonna win just due to the accuracy. However, my BD-1 I think is more superior. I don't know.
So yeah, I do think that as well. Anyway,
Then why
let's
is it
go
a
to the
tie?
chart.
Then why is it a tie?
Oh.
So about 2 weeks have passed, and since we filmed the video, and it was supposed to come out on Friday, which is the day Jedi Fallen Order came out, but I decided that I'd rather play Jedi Fallen Order than make a video on it. So it's just coming out today, which is Saturday, and I realized that I was never sent the clips for who won. So I don't remember who won in which category, but I do know that Tyler's definitely won, and that is because he had a bit more time than me, or we had the same amount of time, but he just chose to use his time a little bit more wisely. So, anyways, that is it for this video, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below who do you think is better, either BD-1 or Cal. I personally think my BD-1's better, and I think his Cal is better. So I'm not gonna take offense if you say mine is crap. I really don't care. I can always just redo it because I'm falling in love with that character now. He's just such an amazing and interesting character, and I might maybe redo him. And now my heater's kicking on. So yeah, that is it for today's guys. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.